Golden Acre here with another Halo 4 campaign mission walkthrough, and today I'm going to show you how to get the second of the 2 weekly campaign challenges for the week of March 10th through the 16th, which is Pinball, which requires you to complete any campaign mission on heroic or higher difficulty with the tilt skull activated. And for this challenge I chose the Forerunner mission just for something different, and in addition to tilt, I turned on catch to get Promethian Knights into grenade throwing animations, and I turned on Grunt Birthday Party to better see grunt headshots in the one place that I needed it. So here we go, starting the mission. And this is one of the very few missions that doesn't have a real opening cutscene. As soon as we get through the 343 stuff, we're right at the start of the mission and ready to go. There we go. First thing we want to do is grab that auto sentry there and head on up here to the terminal. As I flipped over to my pistol.
But it's hard to say without a closer look. Come on, let's figure out where that transit system dumped us. Put me in the console.
And we're waiting for the terminal. There we go. I'll go ahead and skip the cutscene here. Head on through the portal, made a left and head on through the portal.
This is the first pylon.
And now I'm just kind of pacing myself.
Hope you don't
I
mind.
get 16 steps of sprint to every 8 steps of regular pace. Just about 4 seconds before I get full sprint back, by the way.
And they're back.
Go ahead and take this guy out.
Coming down the walls.
Up here, throw up the auto sentry and head off down the right side here. And we're going to sprint to the bridge, activate the light bridge, and get on through. Now on heroic difficulty, the enemies aren't really all that great at shooting, so I'm not too worried about not making it across the bridge there. And we have to deal with this knight. This is a forced cutscene.
From that peek under the hood, I'd say these constructs must
At least
be
when we're
kinetic
doing
in
it
nature.
solo. And first up, we're going to have 6 crawlers, a knight, and a watcher. Go ahead and try to take out the crawlers. See if we can get any of them coming down the walls there. I think I got 2. But then come over here to the left side and let the crawlers come to me. And they will eventually. There's 3, there's 4. Now the reason I'm counting is that when I get all 6 crawlers down, the knight will advance, which is what I want. Okay, I believe that's all of them. Here comes the knight, so I'm going to haul it back here. This spot right here. You can see him on the motion sensor. And he's slowly walking away. Stopped. Slowly walking away, and I am going to sneak up behind him, sprint, and backsmack. That was pretty easy, actually. Grab his light rifle. Let's take out the watcher with the light rifle. Okay, that takes care of that.
I've discovered something interesting.
And swap out the pistol for bolt shot, but suppressor. I actually don't use that.
Can you tap into
suppressor in the mission, but that's okay. It's primarily light rifle that I use.
Beyond that, though, things get a bit dense.
I just ammo it up on the suppressor. Alright, and when we come through this door, we're just going to take off and sprint and run right by all of these knights that are spawning. There'll be some crawlers coming out from the left there, so run right by them. And on up to this spot up here.
We must be getting close.
Get ammo from the crate. Throw up the auto sentry here, and then run on down through this little cave area and back up the path and back into the structure. That was actually pretty simple.
What's that distortion?
Alright, now we've got the first pylon coming up, and the first thing we need to do is take out the force fields that are shielding it, or would be preventing me from getting to the pylon. So let's go ahead and jump on down here. So I'm right by these crawlers. The crawlers are territorial. They're patrolling a certain area and they won't leave it. which makes it
That's
easier
the
for
target,
me.
but it looks like the entrance is shielded.
Alright, I don't have to
Let's
take
figure
all
out
of these
how to
crawlers
take
out. I just need to get them out of the way. And then in here is the
One
first of the
shield's power
three
cores. Take it out.
force fields. Go ahead and melee it. Take it
Only
out.
2 more cores on our level. Hit them before you climb all the way up.
Whoops, Mr. Knight appeared right there. So I'm going to come out the back door and just take off running. Come out here, make a left, and follow the path around to this, not this rock, but the next one up here. Use that as cover. Take out at least one of these crawlers. I actually got all 3 of them. Once you take out 1 or 2 of them, they'll retreat. Okay, there's a second force field down.
Well done, Chief. 1 to go.
And up the start of the pylon here, the pylon tower. And we're actually going to take out the 3rd force field with a grenade. Like so. There it goes. And that
Great,
drops
that's all
the
the
shield
cores.
or the
Head for the top of the
force
pylon.
field door, if you will, to the pylon. And I can get up here and get to it. Or actually get to the elevator to get to the pylon. And then we'll be on our way to the second pylon here, which we're going to run a nice little skip,
Forward unto dawn.
because if we had to fight it out, it would just be oh so terrible.
The beacon was pulled into Requiem with us. If they try to follow it,
The first pylon is
They'll get
guarded by
caught in the
Promethians,
gravity
the
well.
second pylon is guarded by
I'll
the
keep trying to
Covenant.
warn them. You just get that beam
And like
down.
I said, they're pretty nasty, so there is a skip where we can actually get out of the map, or underneath the map, if you will,
That's the beam
to
control.
get to the top of the pylon. Okay. We're deactivating this thingamabob here.
It's working. The signal from the relay is starting to clear up.
Fleet on actual. We detected a UNSC beacon coming from somewhere inside the planet.
Try
have it
to
hit the
stop
gravity
the signal disruption.
There's still too much interference
And
to warn them.
we're off to the second
They've got to
pylon
disable that other
because
beam
that
before
wasn't
they're pulled in
enough.
like we were. I
And
was
through this
wondering why
portal.
Infinity hadn't encountered the Covenant yet.
what are they doing here?
Okay, getting
They're
closer
heading
to the
second
pylon.
as well.
There's an ammo crate right
That
there,
can't
just in
be a
case you need
coincidence.
ammo.
Sounds like the Promethians don't want the Covenant here.
And
either.
here we're going to do the 3 rock
the
skip.
that's already lighting up with reports
So
of
having to
resistance
fight
all
it
around
out
the
with
pylon.
the Promethians battling the Covenant. We're going to skip that by
Drop pod.
jumping across 3 rocks. Rock number 1. Guess I did a sprint jump off there. Rock number 2. And rock number 3. I'll go ahead and take out this knight. Ooh, missed him on the first try, but got him on the second. And then head on up here, just run right by the watchers through this opening here. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy out. I really don't have to, but heck with it. A nice little spin move and back smack there. Grab a ghost, and we're off to the second pylon here. Now I'm just picking out my path, making sure those grunts are not paying attention to me, so I head right for this cave mouth here, just splattering anybody that's in the way. Through the cave here, out the other side,
The relay's signal is breaking
and
up.
pick a path and
We're
go.
almost to the beam.
Just haul it up here. Now when the door opens up here, I'm gonna go out,
We better get up to that
boost,
relay and fast.
try to splatter the elite that's guarding this Banshee right here. Sometimes I get him, sometimes I don't, but if I don't get him, he jumps out of the way, so the idea is get to the Banshee. We're going to take it up about 2/3 of the way up the pylon there to this round circle, go right at it, and then make a right and come back down, taking a little bit of fire here. But again, we're on heroic difficulty, so they're not really all that great in shooting. And now I'm below the map. I'm going to come back up. and just work my way back up to the top of the pylon. There we go. Up through here. There's no hard cover. Up on top, then back down. And work my way back around to this spot right here. And notice the screen freeze. It's doing the loading zone there. Jump out, walk back down to here to trigger the waypoint so that we can deactivate this next signal jammer.
Cortana to Infinity. Do you copy? Come in, Infinity. Interference is gone, but your suit's transmitter is not strong enough.
Lead us up to the relay satellite.
Okay,
Go.
and off we go to the next, through the next portal.
Once we're on the satellite, there's bound to be a central control point.
And on through the next portal.
Towards the relay too.
This doesn't make any sense. Why would they care about a broadcast relay?
I'll handle them.
And there will be a phantom dropping off, a jackal sniper, and 4 grunts coming down, and
Good job, Chief.
see if we can take out that sniper while it's still up there in the phantom.
A minute or two max.
Oh, got him as he was jumping. Okay, take out the 4 grunts.
On the far side of the satellite.
Only reason I had Grunt
That'll
Birthday
do it.
Party on.
Shield should be down. Get up to
And
that
I don't
beam.
think I headshot any of them.
Power core down. Shield
Okay.
ready, but still online.
2 doors here. I like the one on the left. That's one where the Promethians are winning. The one on the right is a battle where the Covenant are winning. I just seem to do better when I go to the left here. Some people prefer the right. I prefer the left. Okay. On this one, I'm just going to go ahead and sprint by everybody. And that's odd. Normally, the Coveys aren't firing at me. They're paying attention to the Promethians. Run right by this knight, because he's busy fighting the Coveys. In the doorway, come over here to the right and just freeze for a second. Just make sure there's no fire coming in after you. Make sure the door's closed behind you. And now, this is going to be another rush, but first I want to take out the 2 watchers that are up there by that knight. Okay. And we're just going to ease on out here. I tried to take this knight out here. And never could quite get him. But I got him moving. Come back down here to ammo back up. Oh, shoot, I missed the elevator. Come on, elevator, get me up here. There we go. I'll try again with him. Ooh, he's looking at me. Alright, see how he moves out, he teleports out of the way when he's taking fire here, and his shield's about ready to go. Okay. At least I got him moving. So now I'm just going to ease on up here, right about here, and then just run right by the knight. Up this way, there'll be another knight spawning, and run right by him. And now there's a battle up here between Promethian Knights and Elites. And there's also a turret up here. I'm gonna wait for the turret to fire, and then I'm just gonna take off running. Run right by the turret. Run right by that knight that's spawning. Hope I don't get blasted with a scatter shot. And haul it up here to this terminal. And we just released the didac. Alright, I went ahead and skipped the cutscene. And now we're down to the Ghost Dash.
We've got to go. That didac.
And there's a lot of falling rocks and dropping cave roofs and things like that. But what I found was that those are all time for when you take your hand off, your finger off the trigger, if you will, off the boost. When you stop boosting, that's when all this stuff really gets dangerous. So to counter that, I came up with a method where if I wanted to slow down and gain control of the ghost, I just started pumping the left trigger, and that made the game think that I was still in boost, but I was slowing down and gaining control, like right about here. See, as I had this little S-curve. Now, once I've got a clear path, I go back to full boost, like so, But right at this point, I'm pumping the trigger, lining myself up, and then going back to full boost. Definitely go to full boost when you're jumping gaps. Okay, lining myself up, pumping the trigger, full boost, and so on and so forth here. Also, stay in the middle as much as you can. I'm not too much worried about the grunts there. Now we're coming up to another spot where I go and start pumping right about here. I have to do that like a little S-curve right here. And then once I've got myself lined up, I go back to full boost, across the gap, and make it across very easily. And then when I'm in this cave, I'm doing the same thing. I'm not at full boost, I'm just pumping that trigger just to keep control. And so I'm not running at full boost speed, but like I said, the game thinks I'm at boost. I'm at full boost. Alright. As I come down here, I start pumping the trigger again. Full boost across the gap. And pumping the trigger, regain control. Alright, let's take the left side here. Back into a cave system, and I go back to pumping the trigger. I decided to go to the right of this rock, back out. Alright, back on full boost. And then start to pump the trigger to regain control. And full boost across the big gap. Pumping of the trigger, and full boost, and that's it. That's how you can do Forerunner to get the Pinball Weekly Campaign Challenge that requires a tilt skull. There's the end of mission symbols, followed by the challenge popping here momentarily. I hope this helps you in your quest for the Pinball Challenge. This is Old and Achy signing off. Take care, everybody.